Hello and welcome to episode 46 of our Ostriv Alpha 5.3 Let's Play. It is March of 1816 in our town. We have 2,601 residents. Last time we continued expanding with a little bit of building out of a few different areas, fixing some stuff, and doing a little bit of decorating, including a lot of this area up here. We've got plenty more decorating to do. We've got plenty more to do in the way of fixing some of our supply chains and increasing population. You know the drill. Pretty much the same thing we do every time we come in here and play Ostriv on a Friday. So, quick plan for today's episode. We're going to put in a whole bunch of trees, whole bunch of benches, whole bunch of birdhouses by popular request. A couple more windmills. And then, if we have time, we're going to build a big cemetery over here. Because we have probably, no joke, over 100 bodies waiting to be buried. Oh, that's so much fun. But yeah, let's just take a quick look-see. The areas we did last time in this general vicinity with our little time lapses looking pretty decent. Although we don't have leaves on the trees yet. I think this is going to look really nice once everything is fully grown up here. We do have a little bit of space up here we haven't done anything with. I think I either want to put another cart shed in or something similar up here because this is space that is very much needing to be used. So I think based on the amount of people we have looking for jobs, we can definitely build a few more production things and figure something else out. But for right now, something caught my eye at the end of last week's episode, and that was these bridges somehow merging down into the terrain. So I kind of want to redo these so they look a little bit better. And not all of them are like this, but enough of them are to where now I have questions about how the game chooses to do these things. I don't think it blocks boats. Well, at least not over there. But we're gonna need to take a look at these and see if there's any that are completely just hopelessly broken or look weird and replace them. But yeah, these two up here that we looked at first, definitely something going on here. So I'm going to mark that guy for demolition, replace this one first, and then after that's finished, we'll replace this guy, because look, that's just not right. And I know that was one of the first bridges we did build, and that's why it did this, because the game used to let you just mercilessly alter the terrain with absolutely, well, no mercy. I guess that's what merciless means. So we're going to leave that alone for a little bit. Let them demolish that. And while we're here in March, the very beginning of the year, not going to have to worry about snow blinding us or anything. Let's do a little bit of decorating. And we got a couple ideas. Like over here, I've been trying to figure out what to do with all of this for quite some time. And I think the conclusion I came to from reading the comments and looking at other stuff is that it would be really nice to just have some trees and benches and stuff in this little intermediary area. It's not really big enough to build much else, but we could have it divided in such a way where it's not going to be so ugly to look at. We do have some areas that we can and cannot build in. So I think let's just take a second here and try to identify where would be a good place to put some fences, because we do have passageways through here. Let me just click out of this so we can see properly. Look at the, see, these benches are getting used. We need to put a lot more of them in, because there's, sheesh, there could be several hundred people living in this one thing. They just have these couple benches right there. But all right, if you want to get to the inside square right here, which I don't know why anyone would need to, but I mean, people do use it to get into the backs of these buildings. You come through here and it's a straight shot. So we're going to want to keep this open. But outside of that, we do have an entrance on every single side. So I don't think it would be completely unreasonable for us to just have a fence going pretty much all the way around here, except to have a like a gate or an archway right in front of each of these little entrances right here. But we could just divide this straight down the middle with a few archways, and then put some benches and trees and various things to just kind of break up the monotony and increase people's pathing length, so you don't have all of this just downtrodden, nasty dirt. So let's start over here. Come over here. I don't think we want to use our big arches, although I don't know, maybe we want to. Not really any reason one way or the other. It's just one of those things where you get to decide, all right, well, is this something that I think looks cool? If the answer is yes, build it. If the answer is not yes, well, then maybe think of something else. But if we put this guy right down the middle here, we're going to be able to kind of divide things up, I think, in a way that is going to be nice. So if we come up to, say, maybe about the center of here is going to be about where we want to be. Stick that right there. Now, they can't walk through the middle here, but people that actually need to get to the center when they come through from the outside can still transit through there. They're just not going to be walking all over the place here. So we'll do a similar thing here with this big archway. Just right... I think I can get this. I can't look straight down, which is kind of annoying. But we can get pretty close. I think right about there is going to be good. And let's connect this up with our fence number 4. It's not perfectly straight, but that is pretty close. I think we can feel good about that. And I did think about in the corner putting some gazebos or something, but I don't think we need to. It would probably look kind of cool. But for the time being, I think that is okay. So let's do the similar thing over here. Just drag this right into the middle. And here on this side, we'll come in again with a big arch number 2. Try to get this, maybe rotate a little bit more that way. See if that is going to match up nicely at all. I think it should be okay. Yeah, that's actually just about perfect. Then we'll do the same strategy over here. And now, all we have to do, come in front of this guy again. Rotate. A little bit more. All right. That might not be perfect. That was the wrong fence. Might not be perfectly in the middle, but I think it is still going to look pretty good. Bring this right to here, and then... Actually, no, we're going to lengthen that just a little bit. Wasn't quite long enough to be perfectly square. And there we go. Let's try that. And yeah, again, not perfect, but it does divide things up a little bit. And then we can come back and put in some trees. I think for the sake of appearances and the way this has been split up, I'm going to put the trees on the inside of the fence, meaning here instead of here. So we'll put some trees there. We'll put some benches in, birdhouses, all that nice stuff. And over a period of time, we should see this downtrodden dirt start to come back to grass. And that should look a whole lot nicer. Now, we did get that notification that this bridge is demolished. I wish I could re-terraform the land. But I just don't think the game even lets you do that anymore. So I think, this pile of wood was reserved, so we'll let them come get that. Whoever was on their way, and then we'll build the bridge back. I do hope they come and get that soon, though. What the... Hold on. That guy just walked right through the river. Why am I building bridges? If they're going to just do that the whole time. Now, we come over here to replace the bridge. I think... I wish I could go like half-seas between these two. I think for right now, yeah, it's not going to let me, unless I do this. That actually doesn't look bad. So instead, let's start from about here. It's not going to like me, uneven terrain. I do have to start from that side. Alright, so this should work. I'm going to move it out a tiny bit more. There we go. We'll call that good. Let them go about their business, taking care of that stuff. And let's come back over here. I'm going to keep the game paused because it doesn't seem to get as mad at me when I do that. So how about in these corners? Put some nice tall cottonwood trees just in each of these 4 corners, because I like how those look. And then next to the little archways, We'll put some of these as well, and then we'll infill in between with some other types of trees. Hey, this doesn't actually connect. What's up with that? Now, how did I get away with that? Let's let's fix that real quick. I wonder if any of the other ones are like that. Did I just hold on? Oh, I broke the model there. All right. I think the rest of these are fine. Yeah. Huh, that's very strange. I did not think it was gonna let me do that. All right, cottonwood trees. Right there, and then over here as well. Yeah, when these grow up and get nice and tall, that is a very, very nice looking tree. Just try to find the right spot here. All right, cool. So that, oh, we didn't do this side yet. That's going to be nice, and I really do like the maple trees. So let's infill with some of those. Sounds like a fun and smart idea. And right here in the middle, just get these about as close as we can. And I think I'm going to have enough room, and I do. Perfect. Yeah, rotate again so I can actually see. Too close to a tree. Get this one as close as possible because I think, yep, there's a sweet spot right here in the middle. You know the drill at this point. Just going to be a whole bunch of shift-clicking trees. All right. One here. Am I going to get another? I am. Okay. I thought it was going to be a little dicey, but we do have a nice wide space here in which to plant more trees. And then right here, I think, yeah, we'll go a little bit further, and then we'll just do that guy in the middle. Occupied by what? Oh, that's the fence. All right. Of course. How could I be so dense? All right. Now I should, yep, I'll have enough space just barely to put one right there. I love it when the plan comes together. All right. We're getting very, very close. Now, I don't know. Oh, I might just barely be able to squeeze this in here. Look at that, folks. There we go. That is money in the bank all day long. All right, get this guy in. Almost done with these trees. Just hang in there. Okay, now I should be able to get another, yep, there we go, perfect. So once those get planted, that's going to be nice, should give us some nice shade once the trees grow up, depending on angle of the sun, based off of how it looks in the game right now. I don't think it doesn't move in this game, but we should have pretty nice amount of shade going all the way around. Now let's get some benches out and come here on the other side and just kind of stick these guys on either side of these gates here. So that's going to be where most people are going to be congregating. I'll do three on each side. Rotate this guy a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. And we're not going to forget about birdhouses either. We'll put a couple of those in. But first, got to make sure these benches are in place. And then we should just have this side left. All right, so now we put in, I guess, 24 benches. Should help us out quite a bit. And then, of course, birdhouse has got to zoom way in to see which direction these are facing. And I think, oh, I didn't leave myself any room in between those, but right next to the, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Oh, come on. Perfect. There we go. It's funny I go around like the opposite direction of the way the game rotates stuff. So I have to click 3 times instead of just once. That's fine. I love how I can fit these right here in the slot. That's perfect. Now if I can do it over here, that would be even more impressive. That will be... Oh, look at that. Look at that. 4 for 4. Just like Wendy's. All right. Such a lame joke. But look at this. They're already sitting down at these benches. Wow, they're already full. So they were clamoring for seating. Absolutely. Absolutely clamoring for seating. Well, you know what that means? It means we definitely need to put in some more. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and stick in, I guess, in between every single tree on the side. And people who want to take advantage of it can. Yeah, that was probably very sorely needed. Might look a little utilitarian, a little bit unimaginative, but you know it's going to work. And they're coming in here planting all these trees. This is already looking so much better. Love to see this. All right, we got a couple more just right... Well, actually, just one more right there. All right, so now we have a ton of benches, and look at this. They're all being used. That is something else. That is unbelievable. Oh, good news. This bridge is just about done, and it is. And that looks so much better, even though this is still a colossal disaster. Now, since that one's finished, we can come over here and demolish that bridge and rebuild it. I do wish I could terraform in-game. Maybe that's going to be something that's eventually available, but I'm probably not going to hold my breath on that one. Alright, so let's take advantage of our trading partners being here and make sure we take care of our business. Accrue some wealth so we can purchase stuff, because later on in the video, we're going to be doing, as always, some time-lapse construction, and we want to make sure that we're in a good spot for that. Wow, we have 22,000 wheat stored up. I think that means we need to have some more windmills. And speaking of, we did build this guy last time. Oh, there's nobody working here. Well, that would explain why. So let's get that going. Got that guy right there. We need to have probably a few more of these. So let's find a spot near a farm. Somewhere, maybe if I can squeeze a couple right here. Because they don't really take up that much space. Yeah, so just put two right here, kind of out of the way. Not bad looking. We'll just have those 2 for right now, because that will have doubled our windmill capacity. And let's see, anywhere else, because we want to make sure we have flour available pretty much anywhere that needs it. Look, I love these trees at this school right here. Built that a long time ago. So it probably is not a bad idea for us to be putting in windmills in a few locations around the map. Oh good, the game crashed. Alright, so the game is no longer crashed. The bad news is we are substantially further back than I would prefer. But you know what happens? That's just one of those things. At least we have all of these guys. But for some reason, the bridges are messed up again. And at this point, I don't even really know if it's possible these not to be messed up. I don't know. Alpha game, it is what it is. Can't get too mad about it. So we're just going to leave that go and get back to what we were doing. So we got to make sure we can check. Yeah, see, we hadn't even had this guy set up yet. So I really hope it's not some sort of a crash with the windmills, because that would be unfortunate. So let's let's just put these guys back here about where they were. Yep, we got those 2, and then I was going to look for a spot over here. So I did put this guy right there. And around every farm, more or less, I think would be smart to have a windmill. But there's no room here. I guess there's room here. So why don't we... Yeah, let's see. Can I get another one right next to it? Uneven... Okay, there we go. All right, so that'll work. We're going to build 5, at least 5 windmills. Put that guy there. We probably should enclose these guys in a fence. I mean, I don't think... The game doesn't seem to care. That was a theory a long while back about how the game decided how much hay you got, but we pretty much proved that was false. However, it does look way nicer with these things corralled under fences. I think that is fantastic. Now, this guy's just about done. Looks like it is. So let's go ahead. There we go. Just destroy the resources. We have tons of wood. We don't need to sit here and wait for it. The really tricky part is going to be clicking these different resource stacks because they're already on top of pavement, which is... There we go. A little irritating. So now the game's got to think. People have to come get this wood they already reserved. And looks like they're going to be pretty much good to go here in just a second from that. There we go. Perfect. All right, now I'm not going to force the game to go too fast right now, because that's how you crash it. That's not what our goal is here. Not trying to break anything. So let's... almost. Let's just move this out a tiny bit more. There we go. All right, and now you can see it auto levels, which is nice. That's a good feature. That's how it should have been from the beginning, but it's just, oh God, what a mess. What a mess we have created here. So I'm going to put this bridge... Oh, I wish I had an intermediary, but I don't. That's fine. We'll just stick that guy right there and pretend like that's how it's always supposed to have been. Now, if we come over here, we do have plenty of benches. They're not all full, so I don't think we need to build any more. But this area up here, I thought we'd done a pretty good job with this before. Benches are not full. This really does look quite nice. I just wish they'd stay out of the grass. Come on. Come on, keep off the grass. That's like rule number 1 of like a public space is just don't break the grass. The grass is trying its best. Don't harass it. No, that doesn't look fantastic, but you know, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. Let's just follow, more or less, follow around behind this. Try to keep people off the grass. Might not work. But I hate looking at this. I hate looking at this. I just wish people would keep off the grass. Alright. And this one, oh yeah, look at all these people sitting on these benches. I wish I had tables here. So, yeah, a lot of these areas are actually really, pretty much already, quote-unquote, finished, I would say, in terms of detailing. There is plenty to be done still, so don't worry. But this is really, really going to help as these trees grow, and obviously they're continuing to be planted even right now. This guy right here carrying around his big stick, doing forestry things. I love the way the sunshine dances on the water. Oh, so you're a poet, all right. Lover, not a fighter. I can respect it. Let's, yeah, windmills. We'll let them build those. In terms of stuff right now, we don't have functioning taverns, really. All right, we already did our trading with these guys. Let's call up our river friends here. We need to buy some meat, apparently. Which was part of the reason I was having so much export happening. Can I get away with some 12 times before the game cries about it? I wish it would tell you like what kind of illness they die of. It just says died of illness. Somebody asked in the comments about the barber surgeries. Man, I have no idea how these things work. I'm just saying, it's It's kind of hit or miss. Some months they get income, some months they don't. They just siphon a ton of money. And that just kind of seems to be how it is. Alright, come out at 12 times speed. Alright, so these guys have mead and they have window glass, both of which we need, except window glass we're probably okay on for right now. Mead, however, we're down to 735, but we need to buy a lot. So I'm gonna do a stupid here. I'm gonna buy 30,000 of it, because we have the funds for it, and we're gonna get more as we export. And I'm going to continue exporting as much of this stuff as I can, really. Except lime, we need that. I just got to get this whole thing going here. Apples. I don't have any in export stock. Oh, I only have 112 lime. Yeah, we got to buy that immediately. So let's see. I'm going to buy dried fish also. I don't know what it is, but we can't ever seem to have enough dried fish. We should. By the time... Oh, I think... That's the problem is, I think by the time this messenger gets here, we should have enough money in the bank to cover it. I don't know. We'll see. Sunflower oil. Yep. Go ahead and sell 2,000 of that. Warm clothing already sold. Regular clothing. Yeah, we got tons. Yeah, we got to get these guys going before November or else we're not going to be able to do it until the beginning of the next year. So that's looking good. We really need more lime, which I did not think was going to be a problem. I believe it's these guys will sell lime. Somebody made me a list of what everybody sells and buys, and I really, honestly, I should just print it out and staple it to the wall so I can keep referencing it during videos. I digress. Let's speed this up just a little bit and check out windmill construction. Yeah, look at this. Already going quite well. They just need to get the rest of this put back on. All right, and let's copy paste. Look at that. They're already grinding flour. Well, they're grinding wheat more precisely, because now they grind wheat into flour. Anyway, oh boy. So let's monitor our trading stuff again here. Yeah, so they're about to come back into town. All of our waterborne trade, at least. Anyway, look at these guys. That's a whole lot of mead. That one's empty. Empty. I love when they spawn at the end of the map. They just kind of appear. Of course, now they're not going to do it because I'm sitting here watching. Like the detail of this, it even rocks back and forth a little bit. Well, they also mesh into each other, so let's just choose to ignore that. And move on. We're already mowing, which reminds me, now's a good time. It's at the middle of May. It's not harvest season yet. Let's just make sure... Yeah, we got a lot of wheat. Let's make sure none of our farms are backlogged with a huge supply of stuff. The wheat's not going to be as much of an issue once we actually start grinding it. But it looks like for the most part we're good. Yeah, we're not completely full of flax or anything yet. Alright, these guys sell lime. Boy, do I need lime, but I'm gonna sell some stuff to them first. Before we get to that part. Okay, horse tack. I'm not gonna sell that. Alright, that's fine. Flour. See, if we could make flour and enough to sell, we would probably make some pretty good money. Stone-wise. Yeah, I need to get some stones. By 20,000 stone should be able to do that. We're going to be doing a lot of decorating with stone. Lime is expensive is the problem. And I don't think I'm going to have enough money for this. So let's just buy no, not that much. Let's buy 5,000 for now. We'll see what happens. Windmill. Yeah, just repeat that whole thing again. So I think that's going to allow us to use, because we still have almost 19,000 wheat. But with the help of all, look how balanced this is here in May. I like that. That is very good. That's what you want to see. But we also need to build some more. so people can, you know, actually fill jobs. And how are these coming along? Have they planted all the trees yet? It looks like they have. Growing slowly. We won't see these paths disappear for quite some time, but it does seem like this corner has already started to kind of recover a little bit. We'll have to keep checking in on this as time continues to progress. But for right now, stuff's looking pretty good. And I did say we're going to try and put a big cemetery over here. I don't want to take it out of the forest here. But I do need to find a good spot that wouldn't be so completely ridiculous. So if I go, say, right around here-ish, maybe. Just have them cut a little bit more of it out of this area. Focus on these trees. See what that does. And we just got to be careful that we're not completely forgetting about anything. It is kind of hard to see. But I do like this specific tree removal function we have access to now. And I'm sure I'm going to miss a couple, but it's very easy to paint this. That's nice. Just, yeah, I caught another one there. I think for right now, that's probably, nope, hold on. All right, there we go. We'll leave them to do that. And they're already marked. Hey, look, they're coming in here. Chopping trees, taking them away. Yeah, I think somewhere right around here is going to be a good place to put that. But I kind of want to have other stuff around it first, or at least have some sort of an idea exactly what's going to be happening here before we get too excited about it. All right, last windmill is complete, which means we have to go ahead and... Oh, that one actually isn't set up either. Let's get this guy going, looking good. All right, and these the first guys are back again. Oh, what a mess! What a mess we've got here. All right, what have we imported so far? Not lime. I can tell you that we're completely out of lime. Stone. Nope, we haven't gotten hardly any of that stuff yet. I think that's all still en route here, which we should see coming in by way of... see, I don't want them to be able to go through here. That is quite annoying. I want people to go through, but I do not want carts. Looks like I feel like I should be able to discourage that, or at least have some sort of a gate that is pedestrians only, and not carts and not wagons. It just seems like that would be smart, but you know, maybe I'm just asking for too much. Because these guys really should be able to come through here without having to go all the way around. But I want to try to force all the traffic to come through here, which to some extent is kind of what we've done with the way these have been kind of set apart here. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it. New bridge is in, though. Looks nice. Our wheat number is going down, which is good news. Good to see that. We are smelting away like our lives depend on it right here with our smelters. Of course, as soon as I zoom in on one, the smoke strip's coming out. But I love this model. This is fantastic. Really, really good. And the water effects on these stones, boulders, whatever you want to call them, the breakwater, that is just so cool. Really, really, really love the graphics in this game. So let's see, how far have we gotten on tree removal here? Alright, not very. So we'll leave that alone, come back to it in a little bit. In the meantime... Okay, now we're out of people again. You remember last time we had this kind of start getting built, and I was trying to figure out what would go well in the middle here. And I'm still not quite sure what the answer to that question is, but got a pretty good idea that we're going to need to have a granary somewhere over here. We do have... Oh, is it all the way up here? Yes. We do have a granary, and it is very much not full. But we do have these stores right here that really could use some other stuff to sell. In fact, we really need to make sure we're keeping up with all of these so our people don't run out of food to buy. So I think what we'll go ahead and do is we'll put in... Maybe I'll just do a little square, kind of like right here-ish. Because we don't need market stalls. We have them in the stores here. But if I have a little square right here with a granary and then maybe a couple warehouses set at a little bit of an angle, like right here, and then maybe another one right here. Kind of break up the space a little bit. Maybe put a fence behind them, because we have the school right here. So if we kind of fence this off just a little bit and try to create an environment that is at least a little lived in kind of feeling, instead of just, hey, I plopped some buildings here. All right, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, you know how that goes. Now, we want to try to create something that people are going to be excited about. Our town residents, that is. So we put our fence like right here. That kind of goes nicely around the back side of this. Cordons this off as a different area. And now around the school probably should have fence as well. Not really too many other buildings you can kind of combine with that. Just one of those things that doesn't really exist in the game. But you notice how this building, this row house, comes in the corner like this. I can't put another guy next to him because it's going to say the terrain is... Oh, wait, I can? It didn't let me do that last time. Oh, okay, well that's too bad because the school is right here. And this is kind of in the way, but okay. I don't know why it didn't let me do this before. Oh, but if we can do that, that's like perfect almost. Let me get the other, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to put this guy right here. Let's get these to connect in the corner. Squeeze this in a tiny bit, make it just a little bit smaller. And then we've got a nice, okay, well that's not the nicest thing ever. So I'll tell you what, let's put a 3-story corner. Yeah, that's probably actually going to look a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, that is really going to look sharp right there. In fact, it lines up, I'm not going to say perfectly, but it lines up pretty well. So let's stick that guy right there, which is going to require us to kind of rethink how this whole thing is set up, because now this is going to be an entrance to a set of homes, which I think means we're going to need to get rid of this fence here and actually incorporate into... all right, game, perform your calculations, and then get out of the way. I really hope this doesn't crash on me again. Come on. Oh, what fun, huh? But like I was saying, I'm going to integrate this fence into this building. Maybe put a little archway there, just connected directly to the side of it. And then we can have this flow a little bit more smoothly into it. But for that to really work, it's going to have to be finished being built. And then we can see exactly how they're going to mesh together. But if that is the case, then probably what we need to do is actually remove the school and build it back somewhere over here. Not going to be the end of the world. But this is why planning is important. Because when I put this school in, we only had this one, pretty sure like a couple of these row houses here. So that's going to be something we're going to have to figure out how to do for ourselves. But for right now, we can actually build the second school first before we demolish this one. And I think, based off of how this is positioned, I think it's probably is going to make the most sense to just be moved over a little tiny bit. I did put it here because of the pass-through, but now it's too close to this. So we can either move it there, or if it lets me build over here, which I don't think it will. No, it will not. then we're just going to want to have it moved appropriately. We could even just back it all the way up over here. That probably would be just fine, honestly. Then we can figure something else out to go over here. Or we could just, you know, demolish it and stick it here. We can shove it over here in the corner. But then it's going to be too close to all of this. I don't know. I feel like we've got a lot of different options. It doesn't really have to be complicated. Sometimes I cause problems for myself by overcomplicating things that just really do not need to be hard. So to that end, why don't we just do this? Just put that new school right there, and then when we remove this guy, we can come in here and maybe put some other buildings, but that's going to allow this area to become its own little spot. We can actually just have this fence come right off of that post. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Bring this all the way around the corner here. Just like so. I think that's going to work out just fine. Yeah. And then we'll just bring this around the corner of the school building. Not all the way up. Okay, well maybe about right there. And that gives ourselves a little schoolyard area. We'll plant plenty of trees here. And then on the back side, probably would not be a bad idea to put in at least one of these, either a cart shed or... Okay, that's actually kind of big. Occupied by what? I said something was not going to work. Can I get this to get all the way up next to the fence? Rotate just a little bit more. Yes, yeah. I put that there. That might actually be a little close. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. I thought that was going to work a lot better than it did, and I was wrong. But that's the whole trial and error thing. Maybe we don't have enough room for a cart shed. Maybe we just want to do a couple things of cart parking that might actually look better anyway. Because we do want to make sure that the villagers over here have access to transportation stuff. So if I put a little cart parking right here, then that doesn't take up a ton of space, but it still makes it so that it's possible for this area to be used. And I think that's going to be nice. So let's keep this paused because the game seems to like being paused. Plant some more trees. Just real quick, like, just move that all the way up there. I know I'm very good at this, right? It takes me so long to put these trees in. But I do want to make sure it's perfect. Let's get this guy in the corner before I can't. And evaluate our space here. I think it's going to be close. All right, there's actually a tiny spot that it'll fit. Good. So we've got our maple trees along the backside. We'll keep that going around here. Just make sure we can get a little, I guess I could have this actually running. Or else we'll be here all day. And I do want to try to keep these videos under an hour. Especially later on in the series. There's not really that much new exciting stuff anymore. Alright. Got a couple more trees going in. Before I plant the rest of these, I do need to make sure that this is going to match up nicely here. So I think this will be the last little bit of trees we'll plant right here. I'm going to get rid of that fence and then this other section too once the game finishes resuming calculations. And then I think this is just going to go straight over to where the other side of that archway is going to be. But now that we have this granary right here, let's go ahead and set this from production. Yes, yeah, look at all that. So now we're going to have a very nice supply of some goods here. Stuff that everybody's going to want to eat. Hopefully it helps us reduce our waste of our apricots and our cherries and our apples. It seems like that would be a smart thing to do. While the game cries out for mercy after a very, very long playthrough where I've subjected it to Unspeakable horrors. Okay, alright. So let's see. Resource slots automatically. Now if I do this, what's it going to do? Bark, firewood, wood, textile, flax. No. Firewood, yes. We definitely need to have firewood. But I think I just want to have this be storage for things that the people are definitely going to want to buy. So we have clothes, shoes. Where's my warm clothes? Oh, I don't have any. That's why. We probably should have some more tailors. Come on, let me click this. What do I have to do here? 1,500? 15,000. 1,500. So that's... Now this is 8,000. Actually, we'll do 1,500 warm clothes and regular clothes and 2,000 shoes. Let's do that. And copy paste our settings, even though there's another warehouse that has yet to be built. So what this is going to do is this is going to help us have backup storage for these essential items that they have to have or they move out. Pretty close to the shops that should be selling some of this stuff. If I can remember what is where. Yeah, so hopefully that helps that supply not get quite so messed up. We just have this one warehouse, and then we got our row house, new school, cart parking, and then that's going to be nice. We are going to pave at some point. Going to have an actual road coming through here. I think the best option is going to be right in front of these houses here, which does mean we're going to need to move this well somewhere else, or just get rid of it because that's kind of in the way. Let's actually let's demolish that. Please do not crash on me. Thank you. But like I said, we're going to have this paved. Probably put up a fence between the path and the river, so we have some sort of something stopping them from walking all over the place. If the game ever releases my my city from the loading here. There we go. Yeah, we're getting into that very dangerous part of the playthrough where the game starts deciding what it will and will not let me accomplish here. All right, low quality water. Is any of this not low quality water? So low quality water stops up here, which is where the road has to go. So I really cannot have a well here. Oh, that's such a pain. I mean, as long as there's water available somewhere over here that isn't low quality, I think we'll be fine. So what we'll do instead is I'm going to put these stone wells. I'm just going to put, let's say, 3 of them in a row right here. Come on. 3 in a row right there. And then we can take this guy out and this guy out, because I think, yeah, there's wells right here. If we check on those are actually kind of empty. So let's stick a couple more of those in place here. So we definitely, well, I'll put 1 in case we want to extend that. But we definitely want these people to have access to water. In fact, right out here in front of the chicken coop, is that going to be... Okay, that's actually not a terrible spot for some wells. So I will go ahead and stick a pair of them right here. There we go. That should help. Then I'll just go ahead and mark this for demolition as well. And then at some point we'll pave this. I think it's probably smarter to put in the pavement first and then worry about the fences. Just got to get a little bit of an idea for how wide we can go, because this is a steep drop off. Is this guy floating? Oh, of course it's got to calculate. I'm probably doing an autosave right now too. The joys of playing very late game Ostriv on a save file you've been abusing for what, 5 months now? That's just the way it goes. Oh, or it can crash. Yep, cool. That's twice in one. Alright, so fortunately, right before the game crashed, the autosave completed, so we did not lose any time. Which is fantastic news, because I was going to get mad if that was actually what was happening. But right now we've got our row house here. These guys are going to take their sweet time to build, so let's give them that 12 times speed. Sit here for a second, watch them build a little bit. But yeah, like I was saying, we're going to have that whole front of the river right there as a paved road, put a nice fence up, and probably take that meandering around this whole little farm section over here until it can cross over the river and then connect with the main area of the old town, I guess we can call it. So that's going to be cool. I think we should be able to get that done today. Wow, we're already creeping up on an hour, so probably do have to make this quick. So I'll tell you what, we sit and build a bunch of these row houses already. So let's just leave them to their devices. I do like watching these things go up, but let's put some stuff in it. Then we'll have a time lapse to close things out, because I know it's going to take at least another 20-30 minutes to build all this. But I can be respectful of your time and get all this stuff done anyway. But we do have to have them demolish those first. So let's start over here, right outside the front of this orchard, and just have this set up probably about like this. It's going to make sense. Then we'll just have to follow around the front here. So now the problem we're going to run into is that these are all going to be a slightly different shape. And I think that might end up causing some problems for us, the way that this is set up. I know it's going to let me put a fence pretty much anywhere I want, but I'd like to avoid the fences being halfway down a slope. If that makes any sense. I mean, I don't know how often we're going to be actually down low enough angle to actually look at this. Okay, so yeah, this is still fine. We just want to keep it probably pretty close to what else is going on over here. So let's just yeah, let's just bring this in. I'll do this one in sections here. Just like so. Get these planks out of here. Someone's already come to get that one, I think. Yeah, just nice and easy in sections here. Leave plenty of space. We're gonna have a little bit of overlap, but that is just kind of how this goes. Yeah, someone's got to come get this. What is okay? Get out of here. Goodbye. I think that should work. There we go. Now let's get this in like so. Yep, that's going to look nice. And we'll come right here to the corner, follow this around a little bit more. And again, try to avoid the super steep drop-off. All right, now I can take this out. I could actually even just have this run single speed here. Just want to get a nice amount of pavement predefined to make sure this is an actual viable road structure here. Going to be a lot of little sections. Well, that's fine. It means it's going to make an interesting looking time lapse. And now right here, we've got, let's see, that's already reserved. Let's just destroy what hasn't been reserved. And same with this. Cool. Yeah, now around here, it's going to have to connect. Oh, this might actually work pretty nicely here. Just have that go like so. And then that's not going to play nice for a while. So what if... Actually, I could just speed this up until they come get it. That's probably a much easier thing to deal with. It's already September. I really hope they can get this done before the snow falls, or this is going to be very unfun to watch. Come on now. Work with me, game. Work with me. Get these last two things. There we go. Done. All right. I'm actually going to pause the game. There we go, so I don't lose any more time to this. All right, let's bring this down again like so. Yeah, and now we have to have this whole thing kind of connected like that. There we go. And then I'm going to connect the end of the road here. Just like so. Nice weird shape like that. All right, now this one should be much easier to take care of. Just straight through. What? Occupied by what? Am I going to have to do this in sections again? I guess so. All right, that's fine. Not the end of the world. Oh, it's this thing. Okay. All right, I see what the deal is. Now, can I get this to go all the way down? Yes, I can. Good. Now, the fun part is going to be measuring this exactly correctly. Someone told me if you hold down Alt, which I'm doing right now, it doesn't snap, which is extremely useful information. So thank you very much for that. I do not remember who you were. I am sorry. I'm terrible at remembering names of people who tell me stuff in the comments. But that, so now we have all of this. All right, we'll have to get the rest of this another time, but I do want to have this whole thing connected, like I was saying, up through... Oh, this is actually a separate deal, so maybe just up through this part of the town. Getting that all taken care of. Because look, look how long of a thing this is already. All right, so that is going to be, say, right here. Nice and squared up. And then let's leave a little bit of space. Actually, no, let's pave this. But just that. Right in front. And then I think can go ahead and bring this all the way around up to about... Oh, I just said I was just going to do that. That's fine. We'll pave the whole thing. Why not? No rule against it. Then this section is going to be a little irritating probably to get completely right, but that's fine. We'll make do. We always do. Yeah, bear with me, folks. Just not a bridge. Get out of here. Just a little bit more of this, and then we can have a nice relaxing time lapse to enjoy. It's going to be so nice to have this actually all taken care of. We'll leave a little bit of space up here to redo later on. Main goal here is to just kind of follow along the front doorways of all these row houses. And then to go up through here, and I believe... Oh yeah, this is actually a straight shot through here. We'll pave this first. Gonna have to move these guys. But we'll come up through here, and then, of course, we're going to come back and get all this, get that charcoal pile out of the way. But for right now, matching this up is going to be important, because we do have that already done on the side, too. So we have this. There we go. Going to connect this all the way up through here. All right. And we'll go in front of this set of houses later. I'm going to put some landscaping here in a little bit, so let's leave a little bit of space there. Now see if I can get this to play nice. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be nice. Again, leaving a little bit of space through here, and then we'll have it split off to go elsewhere. Just right here, directly like so. And now to come up through this area, we're going to have a little bit of a, kind of a, well, it's not a square, but like a little rectangular area. And then off of that, we can start kind of having this area be its own thing. Oh, it's not going to let me do that, huh? All right, there we go. 7. I just wanted to have this kind of fan out in its own way here, just so we don't have too many problems. Then I'm going to have that come in like so. Yeah, just making massive paved areas for not really that much of a reason. So let's just get that attached. All right. So there you have it. We're going to have all the way through here, attached to the bridge there. And then I think right here we're going to have a little bit of landscaping. But we'll go ahead and put this pavement maybe right about here in front of these tailors. Do one more right in front of this guy. So that's paved. And then right here in front of these two, we'll just go ahead and have that set up like so. All right, so that is a lot of pavement. This is going to be landscaping again. I might as well just go ahead and have this taken care of as well. I know. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and that's going to be it, and then it's not it because I get distracted by something else. But that's the way it goes. So in the middle here, I think it would be nice to have some trees. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and resume. Look how small these are. We have a school to build. I want to make sure that gets done. And at this point, the time lapse isn't going to get affected by me running or not running. We've already added so much stuff. But let's go ahead and first off, fence this. Just all the way around. Like so. Just so we have a little bit of a space right here that isn't going to be bothered. All right. Can I fit another one? Oh yeah, look at that. I love it. Love it when a plan comes together. That is, that's ridiculous. All right, that's done, and that's done. So now, as we're waiting for them to finish the rest of this garbage, we have a whole bunch of other stuff we can be doing here. But for all intents and purposes, this is gonna be pretty much all of the pathing we're gonna be able to build today. We will get to this probably next episode, but I did think it was going to be important to have this highly traveled road taken care of. So now I can't even see what's in here anymore. Primary school, cart parking, a bunch of wells, and then it's pavement time. So I think we're okay in terms of time. So let's get this show on the road, speed this up here, get you guys looking at the schoolhouse, and then we'll go ahead and start our time lapse. We'll see you on the other side. Right. Well, that took a really, really long time. But look at this. The game's thinking. But this is going to look so nice once everything is all back to where it needs to go. Over here, in the way of pavement and everything, do a little bit of decoration. Yeah, this is already a huge improvement to the aesthetic of this area. We'll do a little bit of landscaping and further path building, I guess. Over here, connect all these together. A whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, that is just about all we have time for today. I did want to make sure that we went ahead and put in our fences that cover all of this mess, so nobody can decide they want to take a little dip in the river. Not a very advisable thing to be doing over here. So we'll just go ahead and do a little bit more in the way of fence building while we work on getting you guys out of here today. So yeah, that is going to be all for today's episode. We have a stream tomorrow, ideally, assuming nothing goes wrong, of a diorama over on Timberborn. Those have been extremely fun streams, so would love to have you join us over there. Sunday, I'm not entirely sure what the plan is going to be for Sunday, but I do plan on having a stream. It's probably going to be sometime in the evening. Oh, look at this with the fence. It looks so nice. That is such a very smart looking little roadway now. Hopefully nobody rolls down the hill. But yeah, that is nice. I really like that. It's too bad we can't plant like shrubbery or something on the banks here. I mean, I guess I could just put a ton of bushes in, but I don't think I feel like doing that. But yeah, that is looking fantastic. We have this school that has no teacher and this school that does. So let's demolish this school and hire a teacher. Maybe it'll be the same one. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But that is going to get moved over there. This will get removed. We'll put in some pathing here and then maybe some sort of little park thing. And then I'm not entirely sure what else is going to go in this area, but we'll find something, I'm sure. And then, hopefully, next time around, we'll have this space cleared out totally for a large cemetery. I know I said I was going to try and do that in this one, but we did not have time. This guy's full. It's going to be at least this big. I don't know, probably twice that size, honestly. But I want to put a church in there. I want to put in maybe another chapel or two. Plenty of benches, some nice trees. Make it really, really nicely landscaped, like a memorial garden should be. And then we can use that kind of as a nexus for a building over in this area. Put in some houses with gardens, maybe another farm over here. But that is all going to have to come next time or further away than that. Depends on how else things transpire. But yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I know that we're 46 episodes into this mammoth length series. So if you're still watching these, then you must really like this game. Or you just use these as a sleep aid or background noise while you work, whatever. That's fine too. But I'm glad you're here, regardless of why. Hopefully you're having a fantastic rest of your day. Very, very thankful for you, as well as our beard boosters who make all these videos possible, continuing to support me, even though I have other stuff come up. I'm not always able to post every day or every other day anymore, but the support really, really does help, and it makes sure that I am able to continue doing this in any capacity, which is always appreciated. And if you want more info on that, there's stuff in the description, but please don't ever feel obligated. As always, I'm just glad that you're here. Whether you watch one video or whether you watch all my videos, half of them, whatever, I'm just glad you're here, thankful for you, and I hope whatever you're doing, you have a safe and a fun rest of your day. And I hope to see you again in another video soon. But yeah, that's it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.